They did it. Scream 2022 is so much fun. I'm just speechless. Wow. Let's jump right into the spoiler-free review of this highly anticipated sequel. Because let's face it, baby, these days,
you gotta have a sequel!
Scream 2022 is the 5th entry into the Scream franchise. After an 11-year hiatus since Scream 4, I was very nervous but excited going into this film because this is my most anticipated movie of 2022. All of my anxiety and nervousness subsided after the opening scene. After the first 10 minutes, all I could think was, now this is a slasher film. Scream is filled with so much tension, solid scares, and surprisingly great kills that are really bloody. Ghostface is snarky, menacing, and most of all, scary. Ghostface has truly cemented himself as one of the most iconic slasher villains of all time. Hearing Roger L. Jackson's sexy voice again was mesmerizing to say the least.
It's an honor.
This script has sharp writing. It includes some great meta commentary on the current state of scary movies, while at the same time poking fun at itself. It makes fun of the cliches that the Scream franchise have developed over the years. It also made me laugh pretty hard. It's very funny. There's a lot of great comedic moments in this film. I think Scream does a great job of balancing the tones of comedic and also tension-filled scares. What made me smile the most walking out of this movie was the seamless blending of the legacy cast and the new cast. Sidney, Gale, and Dewey act as the shepherds, navigating and leading our new characters to fight Ghostface head-on. This has to be the most well-rounded cast in a Scream movie since the original. Jenna Ortega is fantastic. She stole the movie for me, as well as Mason Gooding. I enjoyed his warm, charismatic personality. My heart just about burst when I saw the OG characters back on screen again. Neve Campbell, David Arquette, and Courtney Cox play their characters so well. I almost cried while seeing them back together. It was such a heartwarming moment after all these years, seeing them back in a Scream movie. I mean, it's awesome. Furthermore, I was very inspired by some of the decisions they made on the fate of some of our characters. I think it's very gutsy and ballsy, and that's all I'm gonna say. Scream 2022 did what Halloween 2018 tried to do by bringing back a classic slasher, making it modern, and fusing old characters with new ones with a sprinkle of nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, there's a lot of Easter eggs and nods to previous Scream movies that a lot of hardcore Scream fans will just find so much enjoyment in. I found myself smiling so much throughout this film. The soundtrack and some of the songs they use in Scream 2022 just teleport you back to 1996. It's great. One negative aspect some people might have with this movie is that it doesn't necessarily do anything that's new or innovative. It still follows the same formula of a Scooby-Doo episode, the whodunit murder mystery, which might disappoint some people who are expecting this movie to go in a wild new direction. But this movie has found a way to innovate within the confines of the template that Scream has established. They added just enough new elements to bring Ghostface into our technology-savvy era while staying true to the story that Kevin Williamson created back in 1996. The final act to this film was just fucking nuts. It made me sweat in all the wrong places. The reveal of who the killer or killers are is very smart. It had me feeling extremely anxious the whole movie. I was constantly trying to put the pieces together as to who Ghostface is. I think Wes Craven would be extremely proud of Radio Silence, which is the team who directed this film. They did a great job. This has to be the best Scream sequel, and I'm not just saying that because I'm excited that this movie is finally here. I really do mean that. Everyone who was involved in this film deserves a round of applause. If you love the original Scream, I think you'll have a blast with this film. It's a Scream movie made by Scream fans, and it definitely shows. It bleeds through the screen. No pun intended. I'm going to give Scream 2022 a 9 out of 10. Scream is such a fun watch. It's an easy watch. It brought me back to my childhood, my younger days of watching these movies and falling in love with them. and it made me just fall in love with the franchise all over again. Thank you, Radio Silence, for making a damn good Scream movie. If you clicked on this video, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Make sure you slash that like button to please the YouTube gods. With that being said, my name is Zoe Crawford, and I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.